Now, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that you're looking at running for president again.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red cake.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Donald Trump will not become president.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Donald Trump will never, ever be president.
Moderator, but apparently believes that Donald Trump is a clown.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way.
Let's see, I'm at 42 and you're at 20.
We have a key race alert right now. Donald Trump now has reached the number of delegates needed to clinch the Republican presidential nomination.
So, right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy.
Donald Trump, while we project, will win in Kentucky with its 8th electoral vote, in Indiana with its 11th electoral vote, West Virginia, Florida, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, Kansas with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes, North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, the state of Montana, Missouri, Ohio, Idaho, North Carolina.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
Together, we will make America great again.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Cobra Cast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage IDOT of the 199. And yes, we did have the OG intro. Every now and then I have to sprinkle the OG intro in there because that's what Cobra Cast was built off of. And we can never forget what our roots are around here. So I'll always throw it out there occasionally because it's just so damn good. And hope everybody is doing well tonight. John freaking Murdoch just showed up to start the party with a proper 199. Let's get the party started. Hail the 199. Hail the snake pit. Trump 2025. You're damn right, Trump 2025. And of course, there's only one way to celebrate with a proper 199. We like proper 199s. Sydney Sweeney likes the proper 199. So of course, we have to show some jiggle physics as well. And that's what we do around here.
Should I do it?
Do not come.
I'm going to do it.
Do not come.
I'm going to come. Oh.
Should I do it?
Do not come.
I'm going to do it.
Wasn't supposed to be on loop. I thought I turned that off. Damn it. I was talking and everything. Thank you, John frickin' Murdoch. I appreciate it. Chad Layton with a $10 and says absolutely nothing Thank you, Chad Layton, with your Cobra logo. Royal Raptor for $9.99 says, just crushed one of my best workouts, knowing my country has a future and hope drives me to do better. Now it's time to watch a retard regurgitate the news to me. Hail chat, hail muscle, USA, LFG. Let's go. Let me see right here. I see a comment. Let's see. There's okay, right here. Mandalore. There's an easier way for you to tell us all that you are gay, okay? But I do have this one for you because this is dedicated to you. No disrespect, by the way. Whatever floats your boat, brother, okay?
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
Who says I don't read the regular chat? I mean, come on. I mean, seriously, like, are you really going to make that argument? Like, come on, man. Like, you don't have to say she's like the top tier, and you know, because she's not like the top of the line. She's near the top of the line. But like, come on, bro. Like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Like, seriously. I mean, really? Really? She's not hot? Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, we will continue on. We could have that discussion all day long. But anyway, now, I hope you're all doing well today. We have a lot to talk about. There's a lot been going on for sure. One of the funniest things that happened today was that Governor Trudeau was crying today because of Donald Trump. That's right. Governor Trudeau crying today. You can't make this shit up. I cannot believe how soy this dude is. Like, it's unbelievable how soy he is. But before we play that, we have a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. Who could the special guest be? None other than Drunk 3PO.
I don't want to mess up your stream, brother. You're doing a great job, but I got to tell you, when you share stuff, it's showing up blank.
Really?
And we had this problem on Geeks and Gamers Daily.
StreamYards.
Problem on it's a StreamYards thing. So you might have to like right now. I see Justin on your live stream, but you were showing pictures and it was just a blank screen.
Can you see this now?
Hold on. I can see it on
chat. Can you see this?
I'm not seeing it. I see it now. Yeah. Okay. See it. We see it.
That's what that's what I was showing when I said you got to be kidding. She's not hot. So it didn't show. Thank you, Jay. I saw it. But so you guys we were having this problem last Cobra Cast too. So StreamYard, the more advanced things get, the worse things perform. That's pretty much how it goes.
Yeah, $80 a month. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, StreamYard. Appreciate that.
But yeah, I didn't want to, this is an important show and people need to see. So I don't know how you move forward. I did have a little trick me and Ryan discovered on Daily, and then I'm going to leave. But that if you share something, we played a video from the media assets. We just played a quick Trump video, and then it magically appeared after the video. So if you have to do that, I don't know. But just wanted you to know. That's all,
Appreciate
brother.
it, man. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, we're here.
All right. Have a good one, bro.
Send money. Man. He's broke. He's got a messed up StreamYards. Help.
Later, man. All right. So we're going to switch from one really hot female to a pathetically ugly female in Justin Trudeau. So here you go right here. Do you guys see this? Confirm that you see this. Okay, confirm. But yeah, StreamYards has been screwing up for a lot of people, unfortunately. So sadly, do you see this? All right, you do? Okay, here we go right here.
On a personal level, I've made sure that every single day in this office, I put Canadians first, that I have people's backs. And that's why I'm here to tell you all that we got you. Even in the very last days of this government, we will not let Canadians down today and long into the future.
Like, how pathetic is this? Seriously. Like, does anybody take this guy seriously at this point in time? This is ridiculous. And it's, I don't even know, like, as a Canadian, like, how embarrassing is this for you? I mean, but this guy's been the leader of Canada for, I don't even know how long. I mean, for me personally, I mean, I can relate to the fact that we had Joe Biden, who was an illegitimate president for us for 4 years. And obviously that was a very embarrassing time for us, but this is pathetic right here. I can't believe how pathetic this is. The man is legitimately crying over Orange Man bad. I mean, look at him. Look at his eyes. Look at this. This is unbelievable. How long has he been the prime minister? Somebody said 10 years. Is that true? What up, laughing man? 9 years. That is crazy. Yeah, he has completely destroyed the reputation of Canada. I mean, I always thought highly of Canada, and I know a lot of Canadian people who are totally awesome. But when you have leadership like this that's been there that long, yeah, it's bound to take a toll, and that's exactly what has happened, unfortunately. Now, I didn't see this, so I did bookmark this earlier, and apparently, speaking on the whole Canadian side of things, Patrick Bet-David apparently went off on this Pierre, whatever his last name is, for not accepting his invite to do a podcast. Do you guys see this on the stream? Can you confirm, just before I play the video, can you confirm that you actually see this? I haven't heard anything about this. I did see that the Pierre guy the other day made a fool of himself by trying to go after Trump. And but I have not heard this, but a lot of people have been talking about this from Patrick Bet-David. So let's hear this.
Here's what's funny. Think about who, as a world leader, has a shittier resume than him and a worse approval rating. The fact that people are done with him. Mm-hmm. And even with that, Pierre Poilievre couldn't beat him.
That's what's the sad part.
Well, you know why it's not sad? Because every time we invited Pierre, arrogant, pompous team, the only podcast he ever did is Jordan Peterson. So let me get this straight. You saw Milei win because he went everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You saw Bukele win, he went everywhere. You saw Trump win because he went everywhere. You saw Bobby win because he went everywhere. You saw Vivek become a superstar because he went everywhere. And you don't, you deserve losing. And you didn't win. And I said that to Canadians who love him. The candidate you adore and admire and love doesn't want to work. God forbid he has to cross the border and go talk to other borders to bring attention. God forbid, too much travel time. He's got to eat his apple. He's got to eat his apple because he's got to get his apple.
Hey, I got to give him credit, though. That whole apple scene was pretty freaking great. And I think that built up an image for this Pierre guy that he, and again, I bought into it too, in terms of like, I don't know who this guy is, but that clip of him eating the apple and destroying that reporter was so fucking cool. And it wasn't, set up. It was natural from everything that I understand. It was super cool. But his comments about Trump that he made just a few days ago, and like the fact that Pierre is basically making negative comments about Trump when Trudeau is your leader tells you everything you need to know. And maybe he's playing the game because he's trying to get elected. I will concede that point, that maybe he's just playing the game that he needs to play in order to get elected. But still, man, it didn't land too well with me.
In his system. Go to New York, do a damn podcast outside of Jordan Peterson. Go to Joe Rogan's podcast. Go to some other podcast and talk to Lex. Go talk to whatever these other podcasts are. Go talk to Andrew Schultz down the street from you in New York. And you lost to Justin. You couldn't beat him. That's embarrassing. So that's the part also, Vinny, where the opposition is so arrogant and confident that they're going to win that they lose. How many clips did we see of Pierre going viral?
A bunch. Oh,
Rob, just go type in his name and type in go on YouTube, Rob, and type in his name if you could. Just type in YouTube, Pierre Poilievre. It's very easy to spell. Pierre, Pierre. Right there. Just go to that one. And then go to filters and go to views. Okay? Go to filters and go to views. Just play, what is that one? Response to questions about Canadian sovereignty. Yeah. Maybe go to one that has to do with Trudeau. Right there. Play the second one. Watch this. Watch this.
This is the debate.
Oh, that was a good clip. I remember that clip.
Wacko Prime Minister.
Go back a little bit, Rob.
An end to this wacko policy by this wacko Prime Minister.
No. I'm going to ask the Honourable Leader of the Opposition to withdraw that term, which is not considered parliamentary.
Mr. Speaker, I replace wacko with extremist. He is an
The Honourable Member to please, I'm going to ask the Leader of the Opposition once again to just withdraw that comment, please.
I'll replace it with radical policy.
I am not asking to replace. I'm asking the Honourable Member to just simply withdraw.
Mr. Speaker, I replace the word wacko with extremist.
I'm going to ask the Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Cole, I see you there because I know you worked for Pierre. So you said it's not what it seems. Feel free to, if you want to shoot me a DM, to give me more information, because I know we talked about that a little bit in Orlando.
You get the idea, right? Go back a little. Let's go to another one, okay, to see how talented this guy is. Go to this next one. Virgil Taxpayer funded. Okay, play this one here, Rob.
I'd like to welcome the Prime Minister back from his $80,000 vacation, which he got for free. He said, like most Canadians, friends welcomed him for that vacation. He took not one, but two private jets paid for by the taxpayer, burning 100 tons of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere.
Go back, Rob. So now go all the way to the top. All the way to the top.
The one thing about, he says that he lost to Trudeau, but now, again, I am completely an idiot when it comes to, I'm an idiot in general. So let's just establish that. I'm an idiot in general. An IDOT. I'm sorry. I'm an IDOT in general. But when it comes to Canadian politics, I don't know anything about how that process works. But he says he lost to Trudeau, but have they had their election? I didn't think they had their election yet. Somebody in the chat says we haven't had an election yet. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So is that true? So him saying he lost is kind of weird. I don't know what he's talking about. Nope, not yet. October. There you go. Okay.
If you could, and just type in podcast next to him, and do me a favor, eliminate his first name. Just put Poilievre podcast and go to filters and go to views, and let's see what podcast he's done.
What?
Okay.
Bret Hart for Prime Minister.
Peterson,
I
2 months
agree.
ago, 5 million. He needs to do that once every other month. Okay, keep going lower, specific to podcast.
Okay, I don't want to watch you going through fucking YouTube here. So the point being, Patrick Bet-David called him out for not coming onto his show. There's a couple ways to look at that. I mean, on one hand, Patrick Bet-David's worried about one person and one person only. He's worried about Patrick Bet-David, because if Pierre would have declined to go on, I don't know, some other random podcast, do you think PBD would be that outraged about it? He's mad because he declined his podcast. So we need to get that out of the way right there. But I do think he makes his bigger point, I think, is very valid for sure, about, him needing to get out there more. I absolutely agree with him from that perspective. But I guess we'll see. But I don't know enough about the Canadian side of things. All I know is that Trudeau has been a disaster. And he has really, he's hurting Canada probably worse than Biden hurt the USA at this point. And that says a lot. But I think that was because we knew that Biden would be out as long as Donald Trump was able to run against him. We knew. Now, if Biden or Harris, for some reason, would have stayed in power, notice I used the word stay in power and not won, because there's no honest way that they would have actually beaten Trump. So if they would have stayed in power, then yeah, they probably would have been far more detrimental for sure. PBD is woke. I don't know if he's woke. I don't know if I would trust the guy. I tell you one guy that I would like to hang out with, though. This guy right here.
I think Elon Musk is a rock star. The tofu crowd is mad. But, you know, when you trim fat, pigs squeal. That's just the way the world works. That's the law of nature.
The tofu crowd. Let's go. One more time.
I think Elon Musk is a rock star. The tofu crowd is mad. But, you know, when you trim fat, pigs squeal. That's just the way the world works. That's the law of nature.
Oh, I fucking love it, man. Kennedy is great. That was, and I like how Elon just says thanks with some American flag emojis. Thanks. Oh, that's so good. Now, Donald Trump was taking some questions today as he signed executive orders. We're going to take a look at some of that here in just a moment. Let me catch a few of these super chats. Bird Up says, in Soviet Russia, Jay agrees with you. Slick Rick says, the whole train conductor himself, the Godfather, got censured today. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the equivalent of Hassan Piker getting banned on Twitch for a day. It means nothing. Force Geek says, talk Amy Coney Barrett expression. That was crazy. I saw that. I mean, I don't really put a lot of stock into that one moment of her expression, but I think that she is a huge problem and she was a mistake. Trump made a mistake by putting her on the Supreme Court, but she is a problem. That one thing like there, like you can zoom in on people's faces and all that. She is not a good choice, though. She has stabbed Trump in the back multiple times now. I'm not a fan at all. Vault 95 says, Happy New Year, Jeremy. CobraCast 8 days a week. LFG. Warbrewer says, nice blank screen. Only the highest quality imaginable here at CobraCast. River Miles says, Jay is abreast of the situation. Thank you, Jay. Look at that. See there? No Wipe 3PO with $1. Didn't Trudeau resign? He's still playing leader. He resigned from, if I'm understanding this correctly, he didn't resign from power. He resigned from re-election in later this year, if I'm understanding that correctly. Chat can correct me on that. Pat Fowler says, elbows up for world peace. Let's freaking go. Thank you. Chris Tony says, someone on my friends list just posted a picture that read 8647. Someone asked what it meant, and they replied 86 means get rid of, and 47 means President Trump. What a miserable bunch of people. Yeah, 86 is a term to, get it out. So that I'd be interesting if you keep seeing that stuff go around. Resigned to avoid a vote of no confidence. So yeah, I mean, he's just a politician. That's what he is. Shadow Sand says, Jeremy, you fig, we can't see. Wolfblade says, when are you going to play Fortnite? Sub-Zero is fun. I mean, I've played it like offline a bit when I'm trying to follow up and like catch up on shows and stuff like that. And I put those in the background when I'm playing, but hopefully I'll be able to stream here soon. Maybe this weekend. I don't know. It's been a while, isn't it? It has been a while. Let's see. Taker says, did Trudeau unresign? No Wipe 3PO with $1. Savage Cashew says, can't see it. Keep playing it though. Taker says, Trudeau will always defend the BLTQ community. Slick Rick says, put Canadians first unless they're truckers refusing the jab, and then he sicks the government on them. That's what he does. Let's play this right here. President Trump. Confirm that you guys can see this before we continue. Because StreamYards is being StreamYards. So let me know if you guys can see it, and then we will listen to our great President Trump. All right, here we go.
I love Japan. We have a great relationship with Japan, but we have an interesting deal with Japan that we have to protect them, but they don't have to protect us. You know that? That's the way the deal reads. We have to protect Japan. And by the way, they make a fortune with us economically. There's another case. But we have to protect Japan, but under no circumstances do they have to protect us. I actually ask, who makes these deals? Yeah, Peter?
Well, also, why stay in NATO at all?
I view NATO as potentially good, but you gotta get some good thinking in NATO. It's very unfair what's been happening. Until I came along, we were paying close to 100% of NATO. So think of it. We're paying 100% of their military, and they're screwing us on trade.
And when Zelensky inevitably comes back to the White House, what do you expect from him? And do you think you'll see him in the next time?
Well, I think what's going to happen is Ukraine wants to make a deal because I don't think they have a choice. I also think that Russia wants to make a deal because in a different way that only I know. Only I know. They have no choice either.
Are you still thinking of going to Saudi Arabia and meeting with Putin
It's interesting you said that about Russia in a different way. Only I know.
about this?
I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm going to Saudi Arabia.
Mr. President,
I've made a deal with Saudi Arabia because normally you'd go to UK first. And last time I went to Saudi Arabia, they put up $450 billion. You know that, right? You were there. We had American companies that took in $450 billion. I said, well, this time they've gotten richer. We've all gotten older. So I said, I'll go if you pay $1 trillion, $1 trillion to American companies, meaning the purchase over a 4-year period of $1 trillion. And they've agreed to do that. So I'm going to be going there, and I have a great relationship with them. And they've been very nice, but they're going to be spending a lot of money to American companies for buying military equipment and a lot of other things.
Is that a trip in the near future?
Probably over the next month and a half. Yes.
Mr. President, you told us a couple of weeks ago that you were looking to speak with President Xi of China. That hasn't happened. How come? What are you waiting for?
I have spoken to him, yeah.
Since that last phone call?
I don't want to say that, but I have spoken to him. Yeah, please.
Yeah, Mr. President,
I have a great relationship with President Xi.
But you've spoken to him.
It was hurt because of COVID.
Thank you, Mr.
That's why I don't call it the China virus anymore. He said, please don't call it the China virus.
But to be clear, you've spoken to him since January 17th?
I don't want to say that, but I have spoken to him.
Thank you,
And
Mr.
I speak to him a lot.
Regarding this executive order you signed revoking security clearances at Perkins Coie, do you think there should be more steps like this to be taken against other people involved in the Russia collusion?
I do, but that's going to be up ultimately to the Attorney General and various other people.
Absolutely. Just as a follow-up, the other night, we saw Democrats' behavior during your joint address to Congress.
Yeah.
Do you think it shows just how out of touch they are with the American people, especially given that 79%, according to a CBS poll, approved of your?
I love this guy. Who are you with?
My name's Nick Gilbertson with Breitbart News.
I really liked your questions.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Sir, regarding the executive order.
The answer is just, Nick, just to, and I know your name very well. Good job, you do.
Thank
Yeah, the answer is I thought it was very embarrassing for the Democrats what happened.
Let's see. You can support Trump and not glaze him blindly. Criticism is a thing. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's all I have to say to you. Shut the fuck up. If you think Trump supporters blindly glaze Trump, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So just shut the fuck up. Go watch somebody else, okay? Nobody wants to hear your stupid bullshit. Oh, you need to criticize Trump so I can feel better. Shut the fuck up, all right? Go fuck yourself because nobody else will.
Happened the other night. And that's not said for any other reason other than it's obvious, it's fact. Even CNN fake news said that. They came out and they said it. And worse than CNN is MSDNC, which is the worst. And the good news is very few people watch them anymore. They have lost such credibility. And frankly, what Nicole Wallace said, I've never been a fan of hers, and she's not very talented. But I'll tell you what she said the other day about that young man is.
Oh, no, I just, the reason I said it's because I don't care about your feelings. I just don't. You are retarded if you think that Trump supporters blindly follow Trump. The whole thing about Trump is that we boo him. I literally just said Coney Barrett is a terrible pick. That's a terrible pick that Trump made. All right. Pam Bondi seems to be a bad pick. The Trump administration last week made a terrible decision with the Epstein files, and that's still a big dark cloud hanging over them. And I don't need to justify anything to somebody that clearly doesn't pay attention to what I do. Also, Trump supporters the reason that MAGA is so powerful and so influential and so important is because MAGA doesn't blindly follow Trump. Happens to be that MAGA and Trump, we all see eye to eye on 90 to 95% of issues. That's why it's such a great relationship. But anytime that Trump supporters boo Trump or call out Trump, do you know what these clowns do? Oh, Trump supporters are turning on Trump. Because I want to say gamer words right now, because you losers don't actually pay attention to anything. You just spin and twist things to whatever you need to spin them to. You are retarded, and you need to be treated as such. You should never be taken seriously. That's why you should always just tell them to go fuck themselves.
It's disgraceful. She should be forced to resign. And Rachel Maddow should be forced to resign. Nobody watches.
This is good right here.
And that's not said for any other reason other than it's obvious. It's fact. Even CNN fake news said that. They came out and they said it. And worse than CNN is MSDNC, which is the worst. And the good news is very few people watch them anymore. They have lost such credibility. And frankly, what Nicole Wallace said, I've never been a fan of hers, and she's not very talented. But I'll tell you what she said the other day about that young man is disgraceful. She should be forced to resign.
Yes.
And
Get her
Rachel
out.
Maddow should be forced to resign. Nobody watches her anyway. I don't know.
Get her out.
It's not possible they pay her as much money as I hear, but certainly she's lost all credibility, both of them. But what they said the other day, they should be forced to resign about that young person who is suffering greatly. Thank you, Nick.
Will you extend, if a TikTok deal is not made on the timeline you gave, will you extend that?
Probably, yeah.
Let me get a couple super chats really quick. Let's see. JMNZZ450 says, I put my shades on indoors at night just so I can blindly support Trump. Let's freaking go. Hail the 199. Blind support, baby. Let's go. Yeah, it's just a nonsensical thing. I mean, when you hear people ask questions like that or make comments like that, like, you already know that they're retarded. Like I said, I had a conversation with somebody a couple of months ago, another YouTuber offline, and we were talking, and he was just like, oh, well, so what is your day like in terms of, like, do you see that Trump is a flawed man? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it is so retarded. When you ask me that question, it shows me that you live in social media and you don't have a grasp of reality. You just don't. It shows that your mind has been so programmed by social media and the mainstream media that you don't realize reality. And so I just immediately dismiss anybody that says that shit. Because the whole reason that people like Trump and relate to Trump is because he is flawed and he owns his flaws. He's not trying to pretend to be somebody he's not. He's not a polished individual. And in all reality, remember all the reports when they were like, Donald Trump slept with porn stars. And I was like, yeah, I'd be disappointed if I found out he didn't. Donald Trump sleeps with supermodels. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Like, he doesn't. Donald Trump has never presented himself as some upstanding figure of virtue. He's a dude who has a lot of money and he likes hot chicks. It's called being a dude. Not a big deal. Love Dog says, your thoughts on Pam Bondi. Shouldn't she have filed charges on anyone by now? Don't want a repeat of Trump's first term when we had all three houses and no AG with balls. Yeah, at this point, Pam Bondi has been a pretty big disappointment. And to Trump's credit, he did make the decision that he actually wanted, someone else for the job. And the Rhinos weren't going to allow that with Matt Gaetz. So Pam Bondi was the second choice. And right now, I have not been impressed with her at all. And the thing with Trump and his picks is that they all have a short leash because of the first term. We saw so many bad decisions from Trump on the personnel level, which, to be fair, is pretty understandable. Somebody that's very new to actual politics and being in political office. But regardless if he was new to it or not, it doesn't really matter. He made bad choices. And so now he's made a lot of really good choices on personnel the second time around. But whenever we see someone that's not doing a good job or there's a lot of problems, they have a very short leash with MAGA. And that's how it should be. We have high standards for the people that we want representing the Trump administration. And right now, Pam Bondi seems to be a very unpopular person within MAGA, rightfully so. Thrash Feist says, let's see. I live on the Ontario border on the California side. It is all fuck Trudeau signs. Hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. Tin Head says, you need to show everyone the side-by-side photo of Fidel Castro and Trudeau. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, everybody kind of knows that one at this point. Mikey for 5 says, I mean, this makes Jordan Peterson look more masculine, and that's not saying much. Commodore fan says, too many having issues. Have you tried OBS Studio? I might, if we keep having issues with StreamYards, I will just move over to OBS. I have used OBS before. I use OBS for my gaming streams. I never have a problem when I use OBS. I only have a problem when I use StreamYards. I have a lot of problems when I use StreamYards. And that's kind of been a consistent forever, but I think StreamYards got bought out by someone, and they've had some issues since then too. JB's spooky review says, any American ladies want to help a Canadian get a green card? Hey, shoot your shot, brother. Shoot your shot. There you go. 1992 Space Movie says, I wish Trudeau took a page out of my dad's book and stopped showing up in my life. Jeremy is like my dad too, because they both don't read my messages. Holy shit. Lucifer says, IDOT and child of incest, Mr. Prime, or Mr. Jeremy Prime. Donkey Kong says, I feel like Pierre is just the least smelly turd in the toilet. He is still the best candidate, though. Canada is a mess. Act Natural says, Pierre can be the man chosen to negotiate how Canada will be surrendered as the 51st state. I like your thinking. We'll see if that happens. Shadow Sand says, Jeremy, bring back Jay on daily. Ryan corrupted him. Yeah, it's over. We've lost Jay. Dark Red Knight says, Pierre's going at Trump because he needs Toronto's votes to win the election. I will concede that some of that could be one of the deals behind it. I will concede that. Lucifer says, Jeremy, you'd glaze a cake with Trump. Davis Mars says, Jeremy, I bleed red, white, and blue. Hail the 199. Let's go. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier with a get the membership. Force Geek says, you agree SCOTUS should be required to speak to press? I mean, that's you got to think about it from different perspectives. I'm not sure. I would have to do some more thinking on that, because there's a couple of, like, historically, like, that would have probably been really bad for more conservative justices. So I'm not sure. I'd have to think about that, because there's a lot of ramifications to that. So I'm not sure. 8 o'clock says, I'd criticize Trump too, but then we both be wrong and gay. Vader Mike says, here's $5 for that problematic commie in the comments. Hail the 199 MAGA. God bless America. Let's go. Force Geek says, MAGA booed Trump over vaccine means we have balls. Yes. But again, anytime Trump gets booed by MAGA, these losers will just say MAGA's turning on him. And it's like, no, that's not how that works. It's not how that works. So let's see. Modalicious says, Canada on strike was literally an episode of South Park. Better give them some of that internet money or they'll starve. Mr. Walker, is it Dan Noob? Says, can the ladies in the snake pit see some eye candy? How about a shirtless Pete Hegseth? For $5? For $5? Come on. Like, I show Sydney Sweeney for a proper $199. I can't show that for $5. Sydney Sweeney gets a proper $199. Damn it. Now you're putting me in an awkward spot, because we have like a almost 20% female audience here for some reason. Davis Mars says, Jeremy, I was a regular left, and to see the left not respect that kid survived brain cancer is insane and disgusting. I'm never going to be a Democrat again. I'm glad it showed you. I'm glad it showed you, because the Democrats are completely broken at this point. Brad Mann says Canada and the UK are not our friends or allies. Pull out of NATO. Hashtag pull out of NATO. Let's continue this really quick with Trump.
You will. Okay.
I think, look, we have a lot of interest in TikTok. And China is going to play a role. And so hopefully China will approve of the deal. But they're going to play a role. But we have a lot of interest in TikTok.
How long would you extend it and how close are you to it?
Well, we'll see. But if I need, right now we have at least another month, so we don't need an extension. But if I needed an extension, I'd probably get it extended. Yeah.
Mr. President, regarding the executive orders, there was talk that you had time on winding down the education department.
Which department?
The education department. Are you having second thoughts on that?
No. I want to bring the schools. I want to bring the schools back to the states. And I've said it 100 times. We're ranked at the bottom of the list, and yet we spend more. We're ranked number one for cost per student. We're ranked at the bottom of the list in education. And I know if I bring it back to Iowa, Indiana, Idaho, all these great states, I think I could say 40 states. I want to bring it back. 10 states won't be perfect. 5 states will be probably not so good. But they will be every bit as good as Norway and Denmark and Sweden and all of the states that are rated at the top. If you tell me about Indiana,
the Hegseth Fund is growing significantly. Holy crap! Adding to the Hegseth Fund, show us topless Pete. River Miles is for Shirtless Pete Fund, and I don't mean Mayor Pete chest feeding. Well, before we show that, I'll go ahead and I God damn it. I was going to show something else that I don't think the ladies are going to necessarily love. Although the memers will appreciate it. Something has taken over the internet, okay? Something has taken over the internet, and I, for one, am happy about it. JD Vance memes have taken over the internet. Now, ladies, this is not for you necessarily, because I don't think this is going to do anything for you, but the JD Vance memes are glorious. Do you guys see this on screen? Because they're really weird and they're everywhere, all right? They are unstoppable. They're an unstoppable force that I didn't understand it at first, but then they just kept happening. And I kept seeing them everywhere. And they're nonstop. It's the craziest thing. Like, look at this. This is what we're dealing with right now on the internet. JD Vance memes are everywhere. All right? And I can't make it's the weirdest shit ever, okay? And then people are doing this right here. All right? Look at this. If somebody made a whole movie with this meme as the head, I would be freaked out. This is terrifying. This is absolutely terrifying. This is cursed. And it's non-stop. It's everywhere. I mean, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I even saw this one. Look at this one right here. A 5-piece chicken McNobody. So they have the JD Vance memes here. They're everywhere. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I don't think that it's ever going to slow down. At first, I was like, okay, this will probably slow down. No. It's not. I mean, you're seeing stuff like this. And I don't really know how it started. I don't know how it started. But it's out of control. And I would like to know I need to know if JD Vance is aware of it. That's what I need to know. Is JD Vance, does he know how crazy all of this is? And there was one tweet that went viral. Oh, here it is. So This right here has 245,000 likes. Hello, everyone. I'm working on a very important project, and I need every JD Vance edit like this. If you have any, please reply with it. Thank you. There you go, ladies. Look at that JD Vance meme, okay? That's a little bit better, right? There's Chad JD Vance. And you have this. And if you go through the replies, dude, it's wild, okay? Like, these replies are wild, all right? I don't what? What is this? Whoa. Whoa. Okay, whoa. I don't understand. All right, ladies, I'm looking it up now. All right, ladies, you win. You win. Let's see. All right, ladies, you win. Let's see what I can find here. Let's see. All right, this is the one all the ladies like right here. Can I open Instagram? Is that on Instagram? Ah, doesn't even open up on Instagram. Here's one for the ladies, I guess. All right, open in new tab. Here you go, ladies. Boom, there you go. All right. Ladies sent the money. Even some of the guys are sending money. There's right there for Pete. Sexy Moon Goddess. Eye candy fund for us, ladies. Please and thank you. All right, here, let me. There you go. For my 18%, we need shirtless Pete. Richard Simmons for the Hegseth Fund. Jeremy is gay. Hail the 18% of the hail the 18% ladies. Anyone in Wyoming sound off? Are you guys trying to hook up with the women now? Is that what we're doing? I'll get to yours in a minute, Bird Up. But the ladies sounded off tonight. All right. The ladies sounded off tonight. So congratulations, ladies. You made that happen. So there you go. And just because I feel that we have to do this, all right? We're gonna return to normalcy around here. All right. There we go. And return to normalcy around here, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. All right. So if there's 18% females, all right, where's the dudes at? Okay. There we go. Okay. Just so you know, some dude said she's mid. Okay. Some dude said she's mid. All right. It's absolutely insane. You guys are crazy tonight. Jessica, are you happy? You got to see Pete Hegseth? All right. Yes, that was Sweeney. That was Sydney Sweeney. Yes, it was. But now, there you go. And hey, for the ladies, one more time, if this is for you, ladies, right here. Here you go.
I just feel like a young man. I'm so young. I can't believe it. I'm the youngest person. I am a young, vibrant man. I look at Joe. I don't know about him. I don't know. Macho man, yeah.
Now we got all the guys in the chat are talking to the ladies. Should I just start a CobraCast dating service? And the only rule is that you have to identify as a male or a female. We ain't having none of that weird shit up in here. So we'll just start a CobraCast dating service, and you have to identify as male or female. No, and it'll actually say, are you male or female? No weird shit around here. That's what we'll do. All right, let's continue on.
And some of these great states that run really well, Iowa, you tell me about those states, and if they run their own education, they're going to do a lot better than somebody sitting in Washington, D.C. that couldn't care less about the pupils out in the Midwest.
When do you sign that? When would you sign that order?
Well, I want to just do it. I mean, we're starting the process. We're trying to get the schools back into the states. Let the states run the schools. And I'll tell you, you'll see something, it's gonna blow your mind. It'll be run so well. The school system. And I also believe in school choice, but that will take care of itself.
A follow-up to that, Mr. President, if the education department were eliminated, how would you see sort of what department, what agency would handle student loans and the other types of federal
That would
grants?
be brought in, that would be brought into either Treasury or Small Business Administration or Commerce. And we've actually had that discussion today. I don't think the education should be handling the loans. That's not their business. I think it'll be brought into small business maybe. Kelly really liked it and really would like to do it. So the loans would be brought into.
My timeline is completely fucked now because now all it is JD Vance memes. Holy shit. Like, Toy Story is one of my favorite movies of all time, and this is just terrorizing right now. Now we have this. Somebody show this to Krista. Somebody show this to Krista. She's been all about this Minecraft movie. Oh my God. My entire timeline is fucked up JD Vance memes now. That's all it is. It's terrible.
A group where they really do that. And I think that is, by the way, the most complicated thing in moving, but it's very simple if you do that.
And the same for like federal grants.
Rejected your plan to move out more than 2 million people out of Gaza. What's your reaction to that and to Egypt's plan and to this meeting that happened?
Out of Gaza?
Yeah.
I think that Gaza is a mess. And I think that Gaza could be good. I think it's got to be run properly. But right now, Gaza is an absolute mess, and it has been for many, many years and decades. Yeah, Peter, did you have one more?
I did, yeah. They have these 2 Starliner astronauts stuck in space for 8 months. Have you spoken to them?
They left them alone. Biden left them up there.
And what do you know about that?
I know everything about it. I said, we have 2 astronauts that are stuck in space. I have asked Elon, I said, do me a favor. Can you get him out? He said, yes. He is preparing to go up, I think, in 2 weeks.
What do you know about how this went down? Because he's saying that the Biden White House was offered some kind of SpaceX rocket to go get these guys, and they said no.
That's what I heard. I can't tell you that, but that's what I heard. But Biden was embarrassed by what happened, and he said, leave them up there. I would have said, if you're embarrassed, you got to get them out. Elon is right now preparing a ship to go up and get them.
I'm sure that they will see this in space. What is your message?
So we love you, and we're coming up to get you, and you shouldn't have been up there so long. The most incompetent president in our history has allowed that to happen to you, but this president won't let it happen. We're going to get them out. We're coming up to get you. I've authorized Elon. I said, can you get them out? Because, you know, they've been left up there. I hope they like each other, but maybe they'll love each other. I don't know. But they've been left up there. Think of it. And I see the woman with the wild hair, a good solid head of hair she's got.
Holy shit, man. This dude. Hold on. Good Lord.
I hope they like each other. Now we're going to get them out. We're coming up to get you. I've authorized Elon. I said, can you get them out? Because, you know, they've been left up there. I hope they like each other, but maybe they'll love each other. I don't know. But they've been left up there. Think of it. And I see the woman with the wild hair, a good solid head of hair she's got. There's no kidding. There's no games with her hair. But, and you know, there's a danger up there too. They can have some failures up there that would be very bad. You got to get them out. So I've authorized Elon a week ago. I said, you know, we have 2 people up there that Biden and Kamala left up there, and he knows it very well. I said, are you equipped to get him? He said, yeah, he's got a Starship, and they're preparing it right now. And so Elon is going to go up and get him. Should I go on that journey just to be on the ship when we stop? What do
If
you?
that's an option, yes.
I should do it. Oh, that's terrible. I thought he liked me. I thought he liked me. I thought, Maria, should I do it?
Well, you should then
Stay here. Maria likes me better.
You should then come back from space.
Oh, when they come back, I'll greet them. How about that? No, we're going to get them out. I've authorized Elon Musk to go and get them, and he's prepared to do so.
Mr. President, what are you making of the market sell-off this week?
I think it's globalists that see how rich our country's going to be, and they don't like it. You know, there's a big market out there. But again, they've been ripping off this country for years, and now, and they're going to do great. Everyone's going to do great, but we can't let this continue to happen to America. Otherwise, we're not going to have a country any longer. Thank you very much, everybody.
Oh man, this dude is so funny. Just the stuff he says is just it's nobody else can get away with saying shit like this, man. It really is funny as hell. Okay, let me get caught up here. Brian Stewart says Trump and Elon in space anime's opening is glorious. I need to watch that. Nikki Noel for the 18%. That Ginger Chick 199 says for the Hegseth Fund. Ladies showed up. The ladies showed up. Shadow Sayed says if only ladies can get to 25%. Well, I just checked. It's 17.9 right now. Mellow Fungus says, I want Trump to turn up the heat on Canada. I want to see him order a naval blockade of the western coast of Canada to block all their Chinese goods. Candy T says for the Hegseth Fund. Let's see. Adding to the Hegseth Fund, show us topless Pete. For the Shirtless Pete Fund, and that's River Miles. Magoose, Pete Hegseth, please. Jeremy stumbled onto a new grift. Hegseth Fund, absolutely. For the Hegseth Fund, adding to the fund, come on, Jeremy. Jeremy is gay. Pete Hegseth. Dark Schwartz rising. Let the ladies have their fun. $19.99 for the Shirtless Elon Fund. Oh, no. I mean, he paid for it, right? Have you seen the Cybertruck meme off that? Let's see if I could find it. Here we go. Elon Cybertruck. Let's see if I could find it. It's so weird, dude. Holy shit, dude. Right here. So weird, dude. The internet is savage. All right? The internet is absolutely savage. Oh man. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen chat music, right? Chat music is like the best thing ever. Chat music. And it really does kind of just put into perspective like how brutal the internet is. Like the internet does not care. And it will roast you forever and a day. There was one like, okay, right here. All right. Chat music is my favorite thing on the internet. Here we go. Right here.
Hey, let's write something. What rhymes with door? As in, I say I'll go, but we both know I'll be waiting outside your door.
Last year I had 90 kids in my basement. This year I'm aiming for more. My uncle has done my cheeks feel sore. My grandma licked the load on the floor. Bought some marshmallows and went to Los Angeles to make me some s'mores. We don't offer fire insurance anymore. My drunk driving killed a family of four. I took my epileptic brother to a rave and he started dancing on the floor. I like my bike, but the black guy liked it more.
I liked my bike, but the black guy liked it more.
Started dancing on the floor. I like my bike, but the black guy liked it more. The tower man played tall. If you hear any voices coming from my basement, please ignore.
all George Floyd parody accounts. That's all they are. Fucking George Floyd accounts.
I heard shut it once, now I wanna hear it more. Shut it. Reminder is something Drake hates to ignore. Did he smell children's underwear and said he wanted more? Did he make kids go down on all fours? A Japanese plane has just been spotted near the Hawaiian shore. The voices are too loud, I can't ignore. I think I eat free food so I can tell people I get free food to the poor. This video will be reacted to by the movie.boy. Won't taught me how to milk a cow like folding when I was 4. Shut it.
Jeez, man. It's the greatest thing ever. The way I stumbled across this was because Perry Chan actually used the forehead one for Ryan on Friday Night Tights, and I'd never heard of it until then. I'm looking for it now. The original forehead one. Where's it at? Is that it? I don't know where. Oh, here it is right here. Here it is. Here it is right here.
A sniper's dream, 100 megabytes of memory. He has me forehead, and after head goes praise vertical. No matter who he races, he gonna have a head start. From too low, from too low. Remembers what happened tomorrow. His father stands on the second floor. Why can you still see his phone? And with the comments open, shut it nice. He got a lot on his mind. He's been told to hold that thought all his life. Bro sweat tries before it reaches his eyes. He needs bangs. Rain freeze will cause an avalanche. I wonder what time zone his forehead's in. Depends on which way he is facing. Bro starts every sentence with I know. His hairline went from landscape to portrait noise. He'll stay in the previous reel. Bro's imaginations in 4K Ultra HD. If you drew an inch on his forehead, Kobe will survive.
Bro, so bad. Ooh.
His forehead says 6'5", but his eyes say 5'9". The most epic heroic song of all time. Bro's forehead has a national anthem. Bro knew this would happen.
So yeah, that's what that reminded me of. But at the end of the day, the internet is a brutal, brutal place. And it's unforgiving, and you have to just understand that. And as long as you do, you'll be okay. That's why Tuesday night's main event is essentially just what Tuesday night's main event has essentially become is it's 2 hours of us talking about video games and an hour and a half of the chat just roasting the living shit out of us with super chats. That's essentially what it is. And then occasionally we'll have an hour-long poop discussion for no reason. Dark Schwartz Rising, you created that entire discussion with your super chat, by the way. Good job, buddy. Okay? Good job. Betty Boop says, Pete Fund. Bird Up for 20 says, considering his comments about Japan, do you think 47 wants to work with the Japanese prime minister to change their constitutions so they can rebuild their military and depend less on U.S. bases? Would be wildly controversial if true. I mean, I think that Trump wants all countries to depend less on America. So I think that that's the overall goal, but he also wants to have his allies too. When you have good relationships with different countries, then you want to maintain those. But yeah, I think that that's the general goal. But as long as you're not being disrespected, then I don't think Trump's going to get. Trump just doesn't want to be disrespected. That's really all he doesn't want. It's not Trump is not a complicated person from that perspective. Just don't disrespect him. Like he just released a tweet with the president of Mexico, and I guess he's working with her. Why? Because she didn't disrespect him. Like, he's not that complicated of an individual from that perspective. If you disrespect him, he's going to completely disrespect you twice as bad. I mean, that's just who he is, and that's who he's always been. Wyoming Sasquatch says, hail the 18% of ladies anyone in Wyoming. Sound off. Let's see. I got that Richard Simmons earlier. M. June says, for 18%, we need shirtless Pete. You all got your wish, too. Look at there. Look at there. All the ladies got their wish. Look at that. The ladies spoke up tonight. Hail to the ladies of the snake pit. Samuel for 50 says, Dems have a cognitive dissonance. They called Trump a dictator, but demanded he ban guns in 2016. They said he was going to cause World War III then, but now he's spineless and bows to dictators. It doesn't matter what his position is. They will bitch and moan. They will. And that is the truth. But that's kind of the mindset of everything. So like I saw a clip. I don't know if I can play this clip. I did bookmark it. I thought this was very interesting because let's see here. This was a very interesting clip because there's a JD meme right there. This was a very interesting clip because I related to it. And it just kind of shows you how broken the media is, but also like a lot of like my critics are like this as well. I hope I can play this. This is Joe Rogan. All right. And he's talking about the mainstream media. And this is where they just don't get it, man. And I've been accused of this too. Me and my friends, like Friday Night Tights and my Geeks and Gamers crew and everybody I run with, the Fellowship, the 199, we have been accused of this by people as well, because people don't simply understand that when people are friends, they can just bullshit. And that's all it's about. Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
it's like I saw one CNN after the election. They were talking about us in specific, and they were talking about how there is this network of podcasts that are interconnected that has been financed, like this huge
Who's paying us?
corporate finance network.
It's called
of
Black Rifle Coffee.
It's like, it's so stupid. No, it's actually just a bunch of friends, you fucking idiots. We just
that is it. Like, I have talked about this. Like, we are just a bunch of friends that talk shit and have fun, and that's all we are. And I've had people accuse us of being like some strategy where people say like we have all these especially the people, like a lot of the people that are on Reddit and a lot of the people that have like these Discord chats, and they say that we have these chat rooms where we're communicating. We have a chat room that we share links every week. That's about it. There's no like real discussions. Again, I've said 1,000 times, I don't have any conversations online that I won't have in front of the internet, because I think everything that I'm doing on the internet is being recorded or somebody screenshotting or whatever. Like it's just whatever. But this whole new media, you know, the rise of new media has perplexed so many people in the old guard, and they just don't understand it. And it's why they continue to fail over and over and over again. But this clip right here, I thought this was pretty funny, because when Joe Rogan said that, and I'm like, well, obviously Rogan's on a whole different level. You know what I mean? But hearing him and people are accusing him of that, and it's like, no, the reason people relate to Rogan is because he's just a normal dude.
Happen to do each other's podcast, but they're like trying to sort it out.
Bro, it's
like
so
they
funny when they
support
try to
each
solve the
other. They
problem.
go on each other's shows, and they're all in this together. Well, we need that on the left. Like, good luck.
Yeah,
you guys cancel each other if your fucking Ukraine flag is too small.
Yeah. 6 by 6.
Yeah, you fucking talk shit about each other for not having trans kids. You guys are out of your mind. You're not gonna sync up together. You're in a suicide cult.
100%. And that's all I'm gonna play, because Rogan typically will hit you on stuff. His people will, which I understand. He's the biggest podcaster in the world, so he's got to protect his stuff. I get it. But it's very interesting, that dynamic, and it is the old guard just does not understand it, and they're never going to understand it. And yeah, you know, It is what it is. So they can continue to cry and whine and make fools of themselves all day long. And we'll just continue to be normal fucking people that have a bunch of friends and we talk a bunch of shit and we have fun and we don't really overthink it that much. Because to be fair, the most of the stuff that I get accused of, they're giving me way too much credit. Like they're making me sound like I'm a lot more like smart and more intelligent than I am. And I'm like, no, I'm just a random dude that just starts talking shit on the internet. And that's pretty much the gist of it. It's not that deep. It's not that interesting. There's no master plan here. You just have to be a normal person and you need to treat people like they're normal. And that's one of the things that I learned as, from a YouTuber perspective is there's way too many YouTubers that they get when they get big, whatever that is, and it's all relative, but they start to act like they're better than people. And the reality of it is the reason you make it on YouTube is because you're not better than anyone else. You're just like everyone else, and people want to support you from that perspective. But when you start acting like you're better than everybody else, that's where you start losing what made you popular in the first place. And so we shall see how that goes for everybody. But listen, I will share this for everybody because I think I can listen. We've got the ladies wanted the Pete Hegseth stuff. All right. The dudes, wanted the Sydney Sweeney stuff. Can we just bring both worlds together? I mean, how can everybody not appreciate this AI video? Okay. I mean, come on. There you go. All right. Come on. I mean, McDonald's, kittens, making McDonald's food. This is how you unite, okay? This is how you bring people together, okay? Like, who doesn't want that? It'd be better if it was dogs, to be fair, because dogs are better than cats. But it's still. And you know what's bad is AI. Listen, AI is terrifying. Hey, the internet, by the way, guys, just so you know, okay, internet, I've been exposed. It's over. You guys have found me out. Here it is. You guys found me out. Here it is. It's over. Oh, there it is. There it is. Exposed, ladies and gentlemen. Exposed. Some idiot on Reddit is going to use this and think that this is real. And they're like, we finally got him, boys. Well, if that's, again, that's what the internet wants to believe. Let's go for it. So yes, Jeremy exposed. It's completely over. It's done. And I can never recover. I can never recover from that right there. So I won't try. And since we're playing real videos, I have another real video for all of you right here. This would be a real confirmed video of Elon Musk. Oh, my bad. Hang on. That's actually not the real video. I actually have the real video. That is my bad. That is my bad. I just played fake news. That is 100% on me. I have the real video right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show you the real video. All right, here's the real video right here. Sorry about that. Here we go.
Booster now hovering as it aligns with the tower for catch.
Booster coming in. Down to that good.
Down to engines.
There's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said, young man, cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be.
Oh, man. I did see there was some crazy stuff going on with SpaceX today. Looked like one of the rockets exploded, and it was absolutely crazy. Look at this shot. This is over the Bahamas. Look at that.
I saw that it just did. Like my phone was blowing up. I didn't know that it.
Man, I want to be out there on that water right now. That's exactly where I'd like to be. But yeah, and Jay, even Drunk 3PO actually put up a let me see if I can find it. Yeah, Jay put the Autobots are coming right there. Look at that. That is crazy. That's wild, man. I think Jay made an edit. Let me see where his edit is. Here it is. Let's go. That's awesome. Makes me want to watch the first Michael Bay Transformers movie. I like the first one. It has problems, don't get me wrong, but I definitely I love that first Michael Bay Transformers movie. Let's see, 8 o'clock says Chatty Vance. Mr. Peckerwood says, if you think JD Vance memes are the craziest thing you've seen, you must have missed Project Eggroll's Coomcast last night. Well, I heard a rumor that you're going to see a little bit more from Project Eggroll on Geeks and Gamers. I heard a rumor. So you'll have to stay tuned for that one. G&G Play Highlights says, some of these remind me of Garbage Pail Kids. Yes, I remember the Garbage Pail Kids. Axel Jensen says, show the rare Kirsha on her, show the rare Kirsha meme on her page. I saw the Kirsha one. Yeah, that one was wild too. Modalicious, JD Vance's knife and gives me a moto boner. The Orange Sea Lion says, forget shirtless Pete. We need Tennessee Orange Pete. Mahoney, I'm edging to Pete, no hobo. Good old Mahoney from the Police Academy movies. Force Geek says, SCOTUS should have to tell us why $2 billion sent to USAID. I mean, I don't disagree on that particular topic. I'd like to know too. But you're opening up a big can of worms that Democrats and mainstream media can, utilize. So just keep that in mind. Jeremy Escape for $1. Ryan says, let's see. Now do Rachel Levine wearing a shirt and a sweater and a coat and a hat and a mask. I have it on good authority that no one in this chat wants to see Rachel Levine, period. What's dude's real name anyway? Is it Richard Levine? Is that Richard Levine, right? You guys never get eye candy, or us guys never get eye candy, says Shadow Saiyan. Poor Shadow Saiyan. Dark Schwartz Rising says, make a dating app, call it the Cobra Finder. Swiping right plays the I'm gonna come Trump soundbite. There's a lot of things I wish I could do if I had the money. One of these days, maybe. And since we're on that one, make sure, and Mod's going to be dropping links here in just a minute, but make sure you go over to metapc.com if it will play. Nope, it won't play because StreamYards sucks right now. But MetaPC has done a great job of supporting us. We do appreciate them. So make sure you go over to metapcs.com, promo code 199. So if you're in the market for a new PC, or if you're in the market for a laptop, or if you're just looking for accessories, make sure you use that link that the mods are dropping right there. And we've had quite a few PC sales over the last few days. So make sure you guys go over there and check them out. And they're awesome and veteran owned, and they've supported us for a long time. And we're really happy that we've kind of elevated our partnership with them. And you're going to be seeing some of them on one of our Geeks and Gamer streams in the near future. So stay tuned for that. And of course, we got to make sure they know the 199 is representing. Okay. Make sure the Cobra Cast crowd is representing. So click that link and check them out. Zandy says, on my Meta PC right now. Love it. There you go. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. And I know a lot of people in our community have already bought them. So there's a lot of people that already have them. And so I do understand that. But hopefully, if anybody is interested, you will check that out. Okay, we have more to talk about. As a matter of fact, I got a video right here for us to watch. I have way too many tabs pulled up right now. But here we go right here. So Gavin Newsom showed up on so what's this? Charlie Kirk's podcast today. Was it yesterday? I personally I don't love the idea of giving Gavin Newsom a any type of platform like that. I just don't. But I feel like Charlie Kirk, all you're doing by giving Gavin Newsom a platform like that is you're going to allow him to manipulate and benefit more from it. But I mean, again, it's Charlie Kirk's platform, so who am I to tell him what to do? But I don't like the idea of that. But let's watch this really quick.
Well. It looks like someone is thirsty for a presidential run. California Governor Gavin Newsom is breaking with the left wing.
Oh, was it Charlie went on his? Is that what it was? I thought it was he went on Charlie's. Okay, so Charlie went on Newsom's. So that makes it even fucking worse. So
lunatics in his party, making common sense on men playing in women's sports while chatting with Charlie Kirk on his new podcast.
You right now should come out and be like, you know what? The young man who's about to win the state championship in the long jump in female sports, that shouldn't happen. You as the governor should step out and say no.
No, and I appreciate
but like, would you do something like that? Would you say no men in female sports?
Well, I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that. So that's easy to call out, the unfairness of that.
Okay, Jesse. What is
dude? Newsom is the most disingenuous person in all of politics, and you can't believe anything this dude says. You can't believe a word that comes out of his mouth. Everything is a fucking lie. Everything is to gaslight. Every single word. I've never seen a more untrustworthy person than Gavin Newsom. And it does worry me though, that because he is a slick, like manipulative piece of shit.
Behind Gavin Newsom's sudden shift on his opinion regarding men and women's
It has
sports.
nothing to do with running for president. I'm sure of it, Judge. I went to school with this kid. He was a huge UNLV fan. Wore a hat every single day. Remember running Rebels? Oh,
yeah.
1991, undefeated. They get to the championship game. That's right, Larry Johnson. And Duke beats them. Next day, kid comes in with the Duke hat. It was so blatantly obvious this guy's a front runner, and you get a little whiff of that from Newsom. Like, he's obviously trying to pivot here, but it doesn't have to be this blatant. But I have to say something.
Yes.
I like him. I don't want to like him. I actually hate that I like him, but I met him. I shouldn't have met him. Because when I met him,
This is what I'm talking
he was
about.
kind of funny. He made fun of him when he went to China and he was running over all those Chinese kids on the basketball court. And he was chasing after the cranes and in that Beijing bobsled like a goofy little kid. And I mocked him, and then he laughed. And I was like, all right, well, this guy's kind of normal.
He demanded that you be fired. Do you remember that?
No, he did?
Yeah. He demanded you be fired. Did he laugh about that one too?
I forgot about that. He did, didn't he?
He called you an idiot.
He blamed me for Pelosi's husband getting his head knocked off.
Let's get past
I
that.
take everything back.
Go back to what you were saying.
Okay. All right, Dana, what is the evidence for his change in stance?
I mean, I think he obviously is going to try to change, but he is like a reptile, right?
I don't care if Dana Perino was part of the Bush administration. She has a great personality. I don't even care. I don't care. Fuck the Bush administration. But she has a great personality.
So he's just constantly like a chameleon. Okay, what do you want me to be this week? But he has a Kamala Harris problem. All of his positions are well known. And this is a guy who he attacked people who were trying to protect women in sports. He opened civil rights investigations into school boards and districts that passed parental notification laws preventing schools from hiring hiding info from parents about their own kids.
I think she's married to like her husband's like 142 years old or some shit like that.
Maybe he'll disavow that now too, but I'm going to go on the record and say I do not believe, for as nice a guy as he might be, and for as funny he might be, and Jesse might really like him. I've never had a chance to meet him. I'm sure we would get along great. I just do not think he will be the nominee for the Democrats in 2028.
Okay, Harold, what message does this send to the voters about the reliability and the stability of a progressive candidate, clearly for president, because he's not running in California again, when if he can change a key policy overnight? I mean, how does that make a solid candidate for president?
So I differ a little bit with you, Judge, on this. I think the real test of leadership, and by the way, when you had the UNLV hat on, the king came with the Duke hat, and where I come from, we call that a momentum trader. So he's coming back. He's coming back to where it's winning. I like the fact, Greg, you said when Newsom was going to do this, you thought it'd be good. You first said you didn't think it would be good. You thought it would be good because if he had people on, having Charlie Kirk on and having that conversation, back to your question, Judge, leadership is able to say, I was wrong. And as long
Did he say he was wrong? Did he give a reason?
No. Well, he said, and I haven't seen the whole podcast, and I'm not going to, but like he said shit like this right here. Like he said, this is manipulative shit that he does right here.
Last night, trying to put my son to bed. He's like, no, Dad, what time? What time's Charlie going to be here? What time? And I'm like, dude, you're in school tomorrow. He's 13. He's like, no. This morning, wakes up at 6 something. He's like, I'm coming. I'm like, Craig, he literally would not leave the house.
Did you let him take off school?
No, he did. Of course not. He's not here for a good reason. But the point is,
you canceled school for like 2 years. One day.
That was a good response. That was a good response from Charlie Kirk.
It is the point, which is you are making a damn dent.
Thank you. I'm kidding.
When you go to these college campuses, I love watching your TikTok, which is next level. And clearly, that's expressed by my 13-year-old son.
I want to meet this guy.
Yeah, I actually.
He's coming to a Turning Point event this summer, Tampa, Florida, Student Action Summit.
I actually, by the way, if
you should be concerned.
But so let me say, here is why I'm concerned, because you have expressed that I should be concerned as a Democrat, that we're getting clobbered.
Okay. Yes.
That you figured something out.
It's not me. The president first deserves the credit.
But why? No, hold on. You were at this before Trump was Trump.
I know, but
he was a Democrat back in 2011
and 12. The president deserves huge credit, and I just have to say that as an obligatory thing, because without him, our movement would be small. And you can appreciate that.
Oh, Newsom is Terry Silver. Whoa, that is a great connection. Newsom is 100% Terry Silver, 1,000%. Yes.
Politics. You have to appreciate the person who is the catalyst.
For you, that's what you sort of attached an identity.
It was also just the catalyst. It was a cultural moment that just opened us up.
Yeah, he's absolutely, Terry Silver. That's a really, really good comparison right there.
Oh,
you're leading the witness. Let me finish my answer. I'm saying, I didn't say this is total real. I'm saying real leadership says I was wrong about something and here's why. And they give the answer. What I was trying to say about education is in any issue, it doesn't matter what the issue is, if something is working and you didn't agree with it.
Are we talking about education or Gavin Newsom?
We're talking about it all. And he's talking about transgender athletes. He said he would not, which is a switch in position for him. If you're able to say, you know what, after thinking about it, after looking at the evidence, after watching it practically happen, I've changed my mind. I think that's what people want more in politics. We have a president who is your friend and who I consider a friend, who's changed his mind on things over the last 20 years. And you know what? He believes, and the voters of the country believe, he's a better person and politician for it. If he comes around, if Gavin Newsom comes around on an issue that I agree with, you know what I say? Welcome to the crowd, brother. I'm not going to criticize.
Your friend Dana Perino has said that there is no evidence to support the evolution or the change. Greg, give us your opinion.
A few people were making the comments about who was who in Cobra Kai. I mean, I don't know who is who per se, but this moment right here is all of us right here. John Kreese is all of us because this kid's shirt says the future is female.
Jesus Christ.
That is exactly how any man would view that. One more time. What's up, Gary? I see Gary in the chat right now. Oh, that's so good. So good.
Well, here's the deal. I think that Gavin Newsom realizes that the party's in trouble, and he realizes that it's cleaving. You have the Bill Maher Democrat.
He's doing the same thing that Stephen A. Smith is doing right now. I'm telling you, do not sleep on Stephen A. Smith being in the primaries in 2028. I'm telling you right now, Stephen A. Smith is positioning himself to distance from the far left, and that's exactly what Newsom is doing right now. But Newsom is the far left.
And the Joy Reid Democrat. They can no longer coexist, which is why he made this podcast play, and it feels like Club Random. He is trying to keep the men from completely disowning the party. You know, and he can't just say, hey, I'm different. He's got to show his evolution on the podcast. So he's bringing in all these conservatives to show that he's not like a three-eyed, 10-legged freak that you normally, assume is a Democrat. Part of me now about his trans shift. Part of me says, better late than never. Like what Harold's saying, don't argue with someone who is agreeing with you. He's finally agreeing with me, except he's still lying.
Right.
He said that the trans are a group prone to suicide because people don't accept them. There is absolutely no data on that. And it's a dangerous fact. In fact, the data shows dramatic increases in depression post-trans surgery. Why is that not surprising? Well, imagine all the attention you get, and it turns out, before you get the transition, and it turns out you regret it, all that attention goes away. So you become deeply, deeply depressed. Ask a detransitioner. So what's crazy about this and what's so wrong about what he said is, remember the story you were told. Doctors pressuring parents into surgery for their kids by asking this one question: would you rather have a dead son or a living daughter? That was a criminal question, a criminal lie. Every doctor who asked that question should be disbarred and perhaps charged with something, because that's the same lie that Gavin is pushing. These kids are really, really depressed. No, they're not. You totally effed up their heads with this delusion.
Yep.
Anyway.
Very well said, Greg.
Thank you.
All right. So the evidence is against you.
Well, I mean, right now, Gavin Newsom is manipulating conservatives right now, and they're doing his bidding. They're doing his bidding. And Charlie Kirk going on there, it normalizes him. And that's what he wants. The proof is in the pudding. We know what Gavin Newsom is capable of because we've seen him do it. And, I'm sure that it's going to continue. And that's not a good thing for anybody. But yeah, 2028, Newsom and Stephen A. Smith are the early front runners for me for the Democratic primaries. And you could see a Newsom Smith ticket. I'm just telling you right now, keep your eye on that. Stephen A. Smith is playing his cards very, very good right now. I'm sure you guys saw it, but he was on with The View and he put them in their place, and that went viral and everybody freaked out over it. And because this is the type of mindset that's going to connect with people right here. This is it.
6 weeks. Seems like 6 years, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And he's been going around with his cronies touting his so-called landslide and blowout win. But he won the popular vote by 1.5%, one of the smallest ever. And he won the general election by less than 50%. So what kind of mandate is this really?
Well, it is a mandate, and I'm going to explain why. And I don't mind the question, but let me be very clear. I'm no supporter of Trump. I'm a supporter of truth and the facts. And here's the facts. The man won every swing state. He increased in terms of his voter turnout in his favor from the standpoint of blacks, Latinos, and young voters. He increased his numbers in that regard from 2020. 89% of the counties shifted to the right. That's a mandate. We can sit up there and play around all we want to. In 2020, Trump didn't win the popular vote. He didn't win the electoral college.
Well, he actually did, but
college vote. A matter of fact, the Republicans hadn't won the popular vote, if I remember correctly, since 2004. But they did this year. So 20 years after they last won a popular vote, they won the popular vote. They won the electoral college vote. The man won every swing state. And on top of it, 89% of the counties shifted against. I don't understand how people can look at that and say, there's no mandate. There's a mandate.
Well, it's a different definition of a mandate, I guess.
But the problem is that if you're the Democratic Party and you lost 49.8% to 48.3%, and you're looking at that 1.5% dip, that's an excuse for you to say, what we did really wasn't that bad.
some people didn't
We
show
should
up.
continue to do that.
Do you think
No,
that those-
don't continue to do that.
do you
Find a
think
new
that-
strategy.
And Stephen A. just got, I think, like $100 million contract from ESPN. And the reason I bring that up is Stephen A. Smith is a politician. He is 100% a politician. And like right here. So right there. Stephen A. Smith is now the second highest paid person in all of sports broadcasting, second only to the GOAT, Tom Brady. Look at the people on this list. Tom Brady, for the legend Tom Brady, Tony Romo, who's probably the best, color commentary guy in football. You've got Shaq, who's a legend, and of course Tony Romo's a former NFL football player. And you've got Charles Barkley. Oh, sorry, wait, Stephen A's third. So Stephen A's third. I was looking at it from columns instead of across. So Stephen A is third to Charles freaking Barkley, who's a freaking legend in the NBA, and he's one of the most entertaining people on TV. So he has that career that goes with it. And then Troy Aikman, who I still don't know how Troy Aikman, how's Troy Aikman still like Troy Aikman sucks. All right. He sucks. But regardless of that, Pat McAfee's up there and Stephen A has politically maneuvered himself. Now, here's the thing about Stephen A. He doesn't know shit about sports. I've been watching him for a long time. All right. He doesn't know anything about sports. And he's managed to make himself the third most highest paid person in all of sports broadcasting with no career to support it. No professional sports career. He doesn't know. He knows old school basketball. This man talks about football all the time and knows nothing about it. Knows absolutely nothing about it. I watched him for years. I don't watch him anymore. But I've watched him for years. He knows nothing about sports outside of, he knows the NBA. Years ago, they put him on UFC, and even Joe Rogan roasted the living hell out of him because Stephen A was trying to talk about UFC. The problem was you can't he couldn't fake his way through UFC because Joe Rogan was there. And he made a fool of himself trying to talk about UFC. And Joe Rogan was like, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And he had to call him out on it. My point being is, though, that's exactly what type of politician he's going to be. He's a great talker, and he's great at making you think he knows what he's talking about. He's a phenomenal speaker, and he's phenomenal at articulating himself. But in reality, he doesn't know anything about what he's talking about. So anyway, like Obama. Obama's not a great speaker. Obama's a great scripted speaker. When there is no cue card right in front of Obama, he's very average talking. But when it's a scripted situation and he controls the environment, Obama's as good as anybody I've ever seen from that perspective. He is phenomenal when he's given a script and he controls the environment. He's magic. Absolutely phenomenal. Maybe the best I've ever seen. And that's not even like hyperbole. Like, he is incredible. And that's what won him the election, was his ability to have scripted speeches and controlled environments. He's as good as I've ever seen. He's absolutely phenomenal at that. Let's see. Modalicious says JD Vance. Let's see. I got that one. Mandalore says Anna Luna is hotter than Sydney Sweeney. Yes, she is. But that doesn't mean Sydney Sweeney's not hot. Earlier, you said Sydney Sweeney's not hot. Anna Paulina Luna is hotter, but that doesn't mean that Sydney Sweeney's not hot, because she is hot. NDI says, no, we've seen the meetups. Fentanyl Floyd says, any ladies looking for... Fuck. NDI says 23 from Arizona looking for conservative Christian gal. Force Geek says, what's up, ladies? 20% hot. You all look beautiful. Dark Red Knight. Dark Red Knight says Slodo likes his poop cookies with extra corn. Well, that's not good. Kate Banfield says, thank you, Donald J. Trump. Needed a good laugh today. Hell yeah. Eric says the chat music Snow White trailer songs are better than the actual Snow White trailers. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Suggan D's Nuts says, we see memes of our politicians and we laugh. They see memes of their politicians and they cry. We are not the same. We are not the same. Not at all. Shadow Sand says Transformers 1 had amazing music. Yes, it did. I fucking love that movie. Unapologetically love Transformers 1. The rest of them, outside of Bumblebee's the only other one I liked, but all the Michael Bay Transformers, I hated all of them except the first one. Tommy for 20 says far left people pivoting to center right is good. Right wing is good, as normal people should welcome, accept them. It's how we get change, but I don't support far left politicians pivoting after the damage they've done. Also disingenuous. Yes, and especially when it's Gavin Newsom. He's the most disingenuous of all. He is the definition of far left. He is the far left. NDI says, guys in the chat, don't shoot your shot at 18%. You'll end up with 41%. Mola Ram says, did Trump say he won't let shit happen? I don't think he said that. I'd have to go back and hear it. Coalesce says, Trump space dating services. Pippi says, Trump is too much sometimes. Yes, he is, but he's still entertaining as hell. Crazy Clown Town says, any ladies from Utah in the chat? Are we just like a fucking dating service now? I mean, I respect it, man. I respect it. All right. Vault 95 says, could you imagine Trump as the first active president in space? Christian Rocker says, watch Trump Elon anime intro finally. Tinhead says, here's a 5. Play that again, please. What was I supposed to play? Chat music? Is that what you want me to play? Monica says, chat songs made my day. Brad Mann says, dear Canadians boycotting American businesses, Tim Hortons is American owned. That is all. Is it really? Is it really? The Azalta Patriarch says, the March birthdays are the greatest birthdays. Yours is the 8th. Mine is the 10th. MAGA March LFG. Yes. Yep. My birthday is in, 2 days now? 2 days. I don't really celebrate my birthday at this point. I'm too old to celebrate my birthday. I'm not your buddy, guy. Says, it's because they accuse you of which they are doing. This is true. It is all projection. Paranoid Android says, real knows real. Little Orphan Funkhauser says, watch Trump Does Seinfeld, Sleepy Joe on YouTube. If that's one that was played back last year, I have seen that one. It's really good. Theo says, Old Guard thinks new media is coordinated and dark money funded because they are. Project 101, it's all they know. Longclaw says, Jeremy Timpool Griggs, the bald fig. Jim P says, bacon cooking video. Sola Felix says, you looked like Smog Stringler from Seinfeld. Burns says, seeing all these cat AI and other meme videos has me feeling like the internet is healing. It does feel that way, doesn't it? It does feel like something has changed on the internet just across the board. I mean, I've just been so happy with, how everything has shifted in just a short period of time. It doesn't mean that we're healed, but it does feel like it is healing for sure. Oh no. And then I see this. I retract everything that I just said. I retract every comment that I just said because I saw this. Holy shit. Oh my God. That is horrible. JD Gill from Vince Gill, country singer. Holy shit, dude. My entire timeline is going to be JD Vance memes now. That's all it's going to be. And let's see here. Let me see. What is this? Let's hear this. So shout out to Charlie Kirk for this strategy of platforming Gavin Newsom. He's appealing to Newsom's vanity and ego, baiting him into running in 2028 against Vance. Newsom will quite literally be one of the easiest opponents for JD in 2028.
It's like you right now should come out and be like, you know what? The young man who's about to win the state championship in the long jump in female sports, that shouldn't happen. You as the governor should step out and say no.
No, and I appreciate
but like, would you do something like that? Would you say no men in female sports?
Well, I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that. So that's easy to call out, the unfairness of that.
I'd like to see the rest of that just on that particular clip to see how he followed up, because I feel like he'll try to weasel out of that. I don't know, man. I do think, and I guess Gary'd be good to ask about this, but I think that Gavin Newsom seems like an easy opponent, man, but I just don't trust him, man. I really obviously I don't trust him, but what I'm saying is that he has this ability to connect with people that scares me. He just has this sliminess about him that he can connect with people, unlike Tim fucking Walls or, somebody else like that. That's what bothers me. But this is on my timeline right now. Trump holding up the JD Vance memes. Good Lord. That is fantastic, dude. This is my timeline. This is all it is. It's fucking JD Vance memes. It's the greatest shit of all time. Oh, man. You love to see it. I'm trying to see. I'm telling you, man, I think I'm just going to be stuck with these for a long time, because that's how the internet works. So I'm fine with it. Let's see where we're at. Let's see. Cerber says, why are you searching the internet for a pic of a shirtless man? Next time, just show the lady something from your private collection. SP Sal says, Jeremy, did you see that video of a Serbian parliament just erupted into complete chaos? There were freaking smoke bombs and flares. I did, and I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the lack of urgency in that clip. It was really strange, but I did see it. Eric K says, Cobra dating app brings a whole other meaning to the snake pit. Loose versus Jeremy. What made you decide to never drink or get high? Very impressed. I mean, there's a lot of factors. I mean, I definitely saw alcohol abused in my personal life with my upbringing through family members, and so that was a turnoff for me. By seeing that people that I knew and respected and cared about, how their behavior could change and not be themselves. And I never wanted to put myself in that position, because I don't like not having control. I am a control freak. Whether that's a positive or a negative, that is who I am. I like to have control of the situation. That's who I am. I don't like other people to have control over me. So I don't like to take anything that's going to alter my state of mind or alter my perception of reality. I don't like being in that position. And then as I got older and got into school and stuff like that, like in high school and shit like that, it just was like, it became a thing where everybody that did it was cool, and you had to do it to be cool. And I just always have a rebellious nature about, like, I don't have to do any fucking thing you tell me to do. I don't have to drink to be cool. I don't have to do any of these things. You can go fuck yourself. So, and now it's just to a point where I made a decision very, very early in life, like probably like 15 or 16 years old, that I was never going to drink or do drugs or smoke cigarettes. It's never going to happen. And I've never had a problem. I've never been in a position. I've been in a position where I was pressured to do it many a times. I've never been in a position where I was ever going to actually do it, because I have self-control. But I don't judge people that do it or anything like that. It's just my personal decision. So Archer Blade says, Terry Silverson runs California. Jeremy is Gay says, Harold says that at the same time, they are locking us up for memes and not disagreements, just making fun of them bitches. Let's see here. Sola Felix says Malcolm X had terms for those like Stephen A. Smith. Let's see. I don't know what your name is, but would you have Pierre appear on an American podcast? He's not campaigning for the United States. He's campaigning for Canadians. Am I missing something? Well, I mean, Jordan B. Peterson is living in the United States now, and he has I would argue, a far more prominent following in the United States of America than he does in Canada, considering Canada is like the size of Texas. So, yeah, from an optical standpoint, yeah, I think that, and if you look at like Canadian demographics, I mean, we all have really decent Canadian numbers on all of our YouTube channels. So I think that it would definitely help him for sure. Get his message out there and get his word out. Plus, just in Florida, where Patrick Bet David is, where he's located, Canadian visitation is insane in Florida. So, yeah, I do think it would help him. I think it would help him. Let me see here. Pat Patriot says Newsom is a signal to others. You will see a series of Dems coming out and shift now. Hopefully, too little, too late for the midterms or 2028. Agreed. Ministry of Wrong Thing says, doesn't matter if you win by an inch or if you win by a mile, a win is a win. Force Geek says, Joy Behar is 82. How many babies is she eating? Joy Behar is not 82. There's no way she's 82. Is she? No way. I'm calling bullshit on that. How old is Joy Behar? She's not 82. Is she? She's 80 fucking 2? Holy shit. Well, Pelosi being 83 is I figured Pelosi was 183, but I can't believe Joy Behar is 82. That is crazy. Wow. That's shocking. Mola Ram says, happy birthday, ya bald fig. Indy I says, since we're all dating, is Laughing Man single? I saw Laughing Man in the chat earlier. He said something. I can't remember what he said. The chat went by. I meant to repeat it, and I got distracted on something else. Loser Alter Ego says, these memes are going to turn JD pro censorship. Eric says, never forget when Gavin Newsom tried to amend the Constitution to restrict firearms. Guava Ball says, Bobby Barnes warned us about Amy Coney Barrett and people didn't listen. All hail the 199. Yeah, she sucks. She really does. Taker says, quick, someone make JD Cobra. Justin says, can't be Abrams meme unless there is space between the teeth enough to fit an M1 Abrams. Stacy can eat a large popcorn and not get a kernel stuck. Teeth more open than last president's border. Eric K says, no matter what chance Jeremy, no matter what, no chance Jeremy was ever cool. This is true. Elite Neo says, who's gonna be the John Kreese to Gavin Newsom's Terry Silver? If you know, you know. Lying Dogface Pony Soldier with Canadian. Let's see. Canadians are more free to speak on American platforms. Force Geek says, all the biggest mistakes in life were related to alcohol. I still drunk during football season, but stay away from the liquor. Don't rely on alcohol. Yeah. I mean, everybody's got their own choice in life, so I'm not here to preach and tell anybody, what to do. You do whatever the fuck you want, but that's just my choice, and I'm very, very happy that I have continued down that path. Patty McShane says, girlfriend wants to know Discord info. How do we get in? Thanks. Well, we have a Geeks and Gamers Discord, and then we have a Snake Pit chat within the Geeks and Gamers Discord. Mods are dropping links right now, so all you got to do is click that link, and you'll probably, I think there's we were getting hit really bad with bots, so I think there's a cooldown period before you can actually post or anything, 10 minutes or some shit, I think. But yeah, so there's the link right there in the chat, so feel free to join that. We've got a pretty big Discord over there too, so I'm I'm not your buddy guy says, I heard ACB is both afraid of Antifa since the attack on Kavanaugh and that her children won't fit in if she goes against the other parents. I mean, shouldn't have become a Supreme Court justice then, you know? That's not my fucking problem. She was picked to be a Supreme Court justice. She's literally got not the easiest, but the most prestigious job in the fucking world. So yeah, I don't really care. You know, I don't care what her reasoning is. She stabbed President Trump in the back. That's the bottom line. But I hear what you're saying. Bottom line is she just shouldn't have been picked, and it's a mistake from Trump. And I guess what I would like to know is who in the Trump administration advised Donald Trump to put her in that position. That's what I would like to know. And is that person still part of the administration? Because that would be good to know. Is that person still advising President Trump at this point in time? D What with 5 gifted memberships. What's up, D What? And I think this is a very important thing to never forget right here. Never forget this right here. Never forget. They kneeled for George Floyd, and they stood and protested DJ. That should make you never want to support these evil demons again. Absolutely fucking insane. That is them, though. That's the Democrats. Think about that. Put that into perspective. Unbelievable. Oh, it makes me so mad, dude. Black Cane. Let's see. There was one other clip that I wanted to. Is this it right here? Okay, right here. Scott Jennings on CNN right here. Here we go.
I think this whole revolution of common sense idea that Trump is pushing, this is the issue that maybe people associate with it the most, because if there ever was an 80-20 or a 90-10 issue in America, it's this one. I mean, President Trump had the young athlete at the State of the Union the other night who'd been really injured in a volleyball game over it. I saw people posting video of that horrific injury, and I still saw liberals on social media laughing at this person's misfortune. And so I think the Democratic Party is torn up about it, but the American people aren't. Trump used it to political advantage, but then they expected him to do something about it, which he has done. If Democrats don't get on the right side of at least one 80-20 issue in America, they're going to lose again in 28.
You know,
I think this whole revolution of common sense.
It's 100% true. They're going to lose big time at this rate. But I can go ahead and guarantee, President Trump, if you or your team is listening, I can guarantee you victory for 2028 and beyond if you sign an executive order for this right here. Okay? Sign an executive order that if you're in the left lane, you have to get the fuck out of the way for faster traffic.
These fucking stupid, selfish, ignorant, delusional drivers are fucking up the highways. Slow left lane drivers don't put shopping carts back and don't hold doors open, and they get out of their car at bank ATMs and they leave shitty tips in restaurants. Slow left lane drivers are fucking up this country. Listen up, you turd gobblers. Get the fuck out of the left lane right now! What the hell is wrong with you? What the hell are you thinking? If you're in the left lane going the same speed or slower than the middle or right lane, then get the fuck out of that lane! If you're driving the same speed as the right lane and it's only a 2-lane highway, then get the fuck out of that left lane again! You pieces of shit are blocking the entire highway when you do that.
I thank you, Eric, because you're the one that tagged me in that. But I am just telling you right now, you are not prepared to be in my truck with me or my car with me when I'm driving. You're not, okay? Because I say words that you have never heard. I call people names that you have never heard. Okay? I will offend anybody and everybody with the shit that I say. I cannot repeat anything that I say when I'm driving. And if you're in the left lane and you're slowing me down, oh goodness, it drives me crazy. Oh my goodness, pisses me off, man. So anyway, but I know I know most of you relate to that too, because there's like slow drivers are the worst human beings on the planet. They truly are. And maybe one of these days when I retire from streaming, I'll tell you exactly what I think should happen to all of them, regardless of race, religion, or sexual orientation. I have universal views on anyone that drives in the left lane and slows me down. God, I fucking hate them. But anyway, I'm going to leave that one alone. I'm already getting worked up right now just thinking about it, so I'm just going to leave that one alone. But yeah, if Trump would just sign an executive order on that, you win forever. You would never, ever have to worry about another election. That and taxes. Also, can we just hire this guy right here? Can we just hire this guy to take care of all problems in the world? Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, I can't do what this man did. Okay. I can't do it.
You wanted him, bitch. Is that who you really wanted? You sure about that? Dun, 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 dun. There he is, bitch.
Bro. Holy shit, man. That is some Chad level energy that I have. Wow. Insane. Unbelievable. Is that your cousin? No, but this is similar, okay? This is showing you Trump's level of focus and his level of awareness, okay? As was taught in Batman Begins, mind your surroundings. Watch Nancy Mace. Nancy Mace tried it, and Donald Trump defeated it right here, okay? This is amazing. Watch Nancy Mace here in the white, okay? Hang on. Watch her in the white. Watch Trump, okay? Actually, let's slow this down. We're going to break this down, okay? Let's go to half speed. All right, here we go. Here we go. Watch this. Okay, now watch Nancy Mace. And boom. Look at that. What an absolute giga Chad. Boom. Grab her. He stopped it immediately. One more time, man. There's an art, all right? This is the art of the deal right here. And she tries it, and boom. Oh, it's great. That was funny as hell. So I just had to show off that one really quick. Got that one. D what? America for Life says, great stream, Jeremy. I want to address that there's an upcoming Wisconsin Supreme Court and MAGA must vote. Brad, is it Schmiel? Got thread on my X account. All right, there you go. So everybody take a look at this. Take a look at this. Let's see. Turtleneck McConnell advised ACB. Noble Spitfire 450. Any young, vibrant Cobra ladies in California asking for a friend? I hate it here. Help. There you go. See, we're making miracles happen. All right. We're making miracles happen here. All right. I would say, and all bullshit, no bullshit, and like use Discord. Go, if you guys want to, hook up in the snake pit on Discord, go for it. I'm fine with that. I don't give a shit. Veronit says slow left lane drivers are Kamala supporters. Yes. Let's go. 100% all day. John Papa Sergio says the Democrats not applauding DJ just exposed the party of propaganda machine they are. Warren had no problem applauding more war. This is true. Ministry of Wrong Things says, so what's next after the Supreme Court ruling? We have to fund U.S. aid again, like nothing happened. They have till Monday, from what I understand, to pay back that $2 billion, which is just insane. And ACB is she's a disaster. And this is on her. She could have turned that around. Regarding ACB, never trust a woman who keeps her maiden name. Let's see. AFC says maybe you could start snakepitsingles.com. Mod Eric says, what's worse, seeing Trudeau or Jeremy? Jeremy might not be quite as bad. Just goes to show how bad baby Castro is. And I think we're at the end, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see if my video clip is going to play. And can you hear me? There we go. Okay. So mods have dropped links, but Meta PC is a big supporter of Geeks and Gamers and the Snake Pit. And if you go over to metapcs.com and use the promo code 199, you can save and you can get a badass computer. So I hope you guys will go over there and support them. Thanks to them for sending me some of this footage, and then Jay Hellstorm for putting it together. I really do appreciate it. Please use the link that the mods are dropping, because that's the one that helps us. So if you support us, you can support them, and vice versa, and it will help. But I do appreciate it. And we've already had quite a few sales over there, so I thank you guys so much. They're giving us daily updates on website traffic, sales, all of that. So thank you guys for showing up, supporting them. It has helped us, and we're making definitely some change, not some changes, but we're definitely leveling up some of the stuff we're trying to do between Geeks and Gamers, all of the other channels we have. So just so everybody know, I don't know how many people know this, but this is not my only channel. This is my personal channel. I have about 8 other channels, and we have a website. I have a full team of people. We cover everything. We cover pop culture. We cover theme parks. We cover movies, video games. We cover a lot of different things. We have a theme park channel called Park Hoppin'. It is, for me to keep as many moving parts as we have, it's not cheap to run Geeks and Gamers, and I wouldn't have it any other way. This is what I want. I love having a team. I love having a group of people, and I love having a vision that we're trying to carry out, and we're trying to implement that every single day. And with your support, we obviously are able to do that, and we've been able to do that for a long time. But my goal is to turn Geeks and Gamers into something, I've also often said like the Barstool Sports of the geek world. But in order to do that, it takes a lot of money. So thank you guys for the support and allowing us the opportunity to do what we do. And we're going to continue to kick ass and take names. So let me see. What, this isn't your only channel? Yeah, I know. Shocking, right? And when I mean Barstool Sports, I don't mean I just mean in terms of their overall reach that they have. We're going to continue to be who we are. I mean, from a business model standpoint, not from a personality standpoint, because my rule running Geeks and Gamers has always been that Geeks and Gamers, the brand has no opinion whatsoever. The people that are here can have whatever opinion they want, and they don't have to apologize for shit. They don't have to answer to me on that. Now, there's obviously some nuance that comes along with that, and there's some stuff like nobody's going to attack our supporters or anything like that. There are lines that can't be crossed, but we're just about, generally speaking, everybody can have their own opinion, they can have their own beliefs, and they don't have to explain that to me or anything like that. Respect the people that allow us to do what we do. Share your opinions. Understand that you're going to have some people that agree with you and disagree with you. Welcome to the internet. That's how it works. And as long as you can understand that, you're going to be fine around here. That's the attitude right there. So I really do appreciate all of you. Let's see. Cody Gray for 10 Says, I know you're not a Tesla guy, but if I make it to Vegas, you got to drive the Cybertruck. I got to get on the wait list first. I shout like Dennis Reynolds when I drive. You see the vid I sent you? Hail. Well, Cody, unfortunately, and I talked about this the other day, I am not more than likely not going to be in Vegas because I have some family stuff. My mom is having surgery that week, and I am not able to travel that far away because I got to focus on that. So there's a small chance that I can still make it, but it's almost certainly not. It's not going to be the best decision for me to travel across the country at that point in time. So I'm not going to be there. Funny enough, let me see if I can find this. This will trigger everyone. Let me see here. Not everyone, like nobody here, but I saw this today, and let's see. Okay, look at this right here. I just had to send it to myself. So there was I was at Ollie's today, if you know what Ollie's is, and they're opening up a Tesla place here in my area, and I saw this. Look at that. Look at all those Cybertrucks. There was probably like 50 Cybertrucks out there. And I was like, holy crap. So there were so many fucking Cybertrucks out there. And I was like, this will trigger the lefties if they see this many Cybertrucks. And there were so fucking many. So I was like, hell yeah. Elite Neo says, I recognize that spot. So you want the Mustang? Yes, that is my Mustang right there. So 2013. And my man, you can hear my Mustang from a mile away. I have Flowmasters on it, and it is so fucking loud. It is a meanest sounding Mustang you will find. That motherfucker is badass. So I love it. It's been lowered. It's been almost completely converted over to a Shelby. It is a GT. But I've been working on getting converted all the way over to a Shelby. So, but it is a GT. But it's got headers on it. It's a mean motherfucker. So, anyway, all right, let's see. Did we just John Murdoch ducking under the wire? John freaking Murdoch for 50. Holy crap, John freaking Murdoch. Let's see. Another 50. You just insane how much you support us, dude. Insane. Let's see. Check the Ninth Circuit pardon decision. Helen Keller, thank you for your super chat. Maximum TT with the 99 cent. Forsky says Nancy Mace tried to put big personality in his face. User says, I'm curious, why did Trump lift tariffs on Mexico? He said him and the Mexican president had a good conversation, and Trump is a deal maker. If you treat him with respect, he's going to treat you with respect, and vice versa. That's how he is. So, so I don't know what, why people don't understand that. And so if you treat the man with respect, he's going to work with you. He's always looking to make a deal. So that's my take from it so far from what I understand. Objectively, a cat says, there sure are a lot of hurdles to get past for major surgeries. Ask me, I know. Yeah, I think everything's going to be okay. But yeah, that's why I can't leave. So anyway, thank you guys so very much. I do appreciate it. I hope you have a great evening. Please go over to Meta PCs, support them. They support us. And I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of Sabaton. Have a good night. Talk to all of you later.